Okay, what about the comment that this is going to have devastating effects on economic development in the Prairie Gateway area? What are your
Well,
thoughts on that?
I have no evidence at all to support such a statement. I haven't heard anything about how that could happen. The development of the Prairie Gateway right now is solely up to Cronky Sports. And a lot of people are wondering why they have not chosen to do that. They chose to send business up to the Prairie Center in Brighton rather than put it in Commerce City. They have the exclusive right to develop that Prairie Gateway area, and they're not doing anything. That's where they can make some money if they would just start putting some development in that Prairie Gateway area. Instead of worrying about our little 64-cent tax, build a restaurant or a hotel or something, start making some real money.
On the same issue as Cronky, did you have any kind of correspondence or
No.
meeting with Cronky?
No, I didn't.
Why not? Just
Well, this was on the ballot last year. I knew that they would probably be against this, and I knew that once we got it started, if somebody wanted to stop it, they could propose some alternatives, like a capital campaign, and if anyone can come up with pledges for $7 million, I and the other members of our committee will take this off the ballot. I can't speak for anybody else, but I would certainly encourage them to take it off, because all we want is the $7 million. We don't really care exactly where it comes from, with some limitations. We don't want a drug dealer coming in and donating $7 million, but you know, if it comes from a legitimate source, we just want the $7 million, and regardless of where it comes from. So they've had the opportunity to come up and do something like that since June, when they knew that we were starting to go out and gather signatures, and I've heard nothing. I've never had any contact with anyone from Cronky ever in my lifetime. I guess one-on-one. I think we had a meeting back at the in February of last year. The city council did with Chuck Morris, and I believe there was a representative of Cronky there also. And that's another point. Back in February of this year, '08, the price of a 2-day ticket to the music fest was going to be $150. Now, before they sold the first ticket, that went up to $160. How many tickets did that prevent them from selling? How many tickets does the Ticketmaster charge prevent them from selling? We're talking about 8%. And you can't come up with a more desirable or a nonprofit that deserves this money any more than the Boys and Girls Club. I'm just thinking it's a no-brainer to me. You're going to go to these events, come to entertainment in our city, pay a little bit more, and help us build the Boys and Girls Club.
gotcha. Who is on the committee besides you?
It'd be myself. Guillermo Cerna is the chairman of the committee. Sally McIntosh, who was just term limited on the school board, is on the committee. Gene Leffel is on the committee. Myself, and then John Miller. We're the 5 members of the committee.
Give us a phone number in case anybody has any kind of questions. Can they contact you directly and talk about it?
Certainly, 303-288-7011.
Very good. Thank you, Jim, for your time and voting on November 4th, right?
Right. Vote yes on 2A.
Very good.